Hello guys, welcome to the Kendall's Creations podcast. I'm Kendall, and this is the 24th episode. It is February 11th, first podcast of February, and I have quite a bit to talk about. If I seem a little agitated, it's because this is my third time trying to record this. First time I messed up, and then the second time I was interrupted because somebody called me, and so third time's a charm, and I really just don't want to be interrupted again. So we have two finished objects this week. First one is the green mermaid's tail socks. The pattern and the yarn will be linked in the description as always. I used Cascade Yarn's Heritage solids in their fingering in the I don't know the actual color, but the number is 5656. It is, I think it's 100%. I think so. It's a 7525 superwash with 437 yards per 100 grams. And I finished this the day after after the podcast was recorded. So I finished these last Saturday. They've been finished for a while, and I haven't woven in these ends just because I haven't wanted to wear them because it's been very gross and wet outside, and I don't want to get any of my handmade socks in, I don't want to have them be in dirty, nasty water because, my socks are wet right now because of how many puddles I have to step in to get home, and it was raining, and it's the whole shebang, and so I have not woven in those two ends yet. But this is very fun. I like these socks a lot. This was my second time knitting this pattern sock. And so, my next one is an acquisition from last week that I didn't physically have. It got delivered the day after. Got delivered on Saturday. But it is from, the artist from Forage Fiber Co. Ooh, come on. You got it. It's so bright. On Etsy. And this is the ball band. So cute. This is the merino fingering non-superwash in dusk. This is all that's left. And it was 437 yards per 100 grams. And again, if you guys were here last week, I was talking about these socks. Just dropped something. And these are the DNA socks. I did make some alterations to the pattern, which I will talk about right now. So first things first, this pattern was written for DPNs, which I just converted to Magic Loop. And since it's a pretty, it's vanilla aside from the cables, it was pretty easy to do. And in the original pattern, the right sock and the left sock, there's no right or left with this one, it doesn't really matter. They had cables on different sides, so then the cables would be on the outside of your leg. And I wanted cables on both sides, and so I modified it by doing that since I have a 64 stitch count for the sock, when in Magic Loop it's split into 32 and 32, and the chart has 11 stitches in it, and so I did a chart, and then I knit 10 stitches plain, and that's what these are. I knit 10 stitches plain, and then I did the chart again. And I really like it. I like how it came out. There is a few mistakes in the chart every now and again, but I don't really care. I really liked it. It was really fun. This was only my second time ever doing cables. My first time was, I don't know if you can see them, but those dark purple socks right there, which are the Skipping Stone socks by Northern Knits and Pearl, I'm pretty sure. And that was my first time doing cables, and this was my second time. I really like how they came out. And I also did a German short row heel for the very first time. I really like it. It goes by a lot faster than the heel flap and gusset, which I enjoy. And then you don't have to worry about decreases. And I like how they fit my foot. It doesn't feel any different. And I also did I have to talk about the toe in a second. And I really like this. I think I will continue doing this heel. It was really fun. It was very easy. And again, it went by, I think, I want to say like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And this was like my first and second time doing them. So I had to watch a video on how to do it. But once I have it memorized, I'm sure it'll go faster. And so I really liked it. And now, onto the foot and toe. So, each chart has 26 rows. And so for the leg, it didn't really make up much of a difference. I did 2 repeats and I had 2 extra rows than what I normally do. Not that big of a deal. Oh, and there's 15 rows of 1x1 ribbing instead of 20. Like I usually do. And then I usually do 75 rounds for my foot, and then I decrease. And my brother just went out of his room, so I'm sorry if you hear his stuff. And since this is in 26 rows, it didn't go into 75 easily. And so I did 3 repeats, which gave me 3 rows too many. 3 rows too many. And so what I did was I did the decreasing every other until there were 18 stitches. Every other round until there were 18 stitches left on both needles. So a total of 36. No, not 36. Yeah, 36? Is that right? Yeah, 36. And then I decreased every row for the next 3 rows until there was 12 to make up for the 3 extra rows on the foot. I took it off of the toe. And they fit fine. I like them. And then I just did the Kitchener on the 12 stitches as per usual. I did weave in all of the ends for this because I was so excited when I finished this. I didn't finish it yesterday, so I finished it Wednesday, and I was so excited. And that is my second finished object. I'm going to really quickly take these off of my whip. And believe it or not, my whip is not socks. Good job, Kendall. These are my sock needles. Well, this blue is on a needle. I will finish it. Again, I say that every week, every episode. It'll happen eventually. Don't know when. Don't care when. It'll happen. But these are my sock needles, and there's nothing on them right now. I have 2 hanks of yarn left, and I have to decide what I want to do with them. I do have 2 things coming. One of them's not one of them had a 5-week turnaround time, and yesterday was 4 weeks, so I'm probably not going to get that for a while. And then my other one I'm not going to get until mid-March. And so I already talked about the one that's coming soon, but I'll talk about them again whenever they arrive. And so, I haven't decided what I want to do with those 2 hanks of yarn, and I also don't know if I want to order more yet. And I also did apply to test 2 different things. I applied for the Well Loved Knits vest test knit, and then another test thing. I forget what it was. I think it was a crochet. It was a crochet checkered. I don't know if it was a sweater or a vest. It was one of the 2. But I found out about one of them this weekend, and so nothing happens with that. I will probably buy yarn or force myself to use these to get my stash down until my new yarn comes in. And so, onto my whip finally. Don't know why that took so long. This has a lot of progress since you guys last saw. And I have a bit to talk about. So this is the My Little Secret Crop by Jessie Made Designs. It will be linked in the description as usual. Oops, sorry. And this thing gave me a heart attack. So if you guys have been here for a while, you know I had a bit of a encounter with this pattern. I tried to make a velvet version and the ribbing wasn't shrinking. And so when I did this, it wasn't shrinking for the longest time. And I was so terrified, but I told myself I will completely finish it, and if it doesn't shrink at all, I'll block it, and I'll I'll just see what happens. And I was not going to order any more yarn until I was absolutely sure if it shrank. It shrinks. Like, I'm so happy that it shrinks. It stretches and it shrinks, and I did try this on, and it does fit my body. And sorry you can hear my needles clicking. And I cast off the back, and I have the stitches articled. And I've done all 4 decrease rounds. Well, all 4 of the first set of decrease rounds. Yeah. I literally just did the 4th one while I was waiting for my phone to charge, because I was at like 20% when I got home from school. And so I have 3 more rounds, and then I have to do like 4 sets of 2, and then the top ribbing, like this part, which I did 1 inch on this one, and I'm supposed to do 1/2 inch, so I'm going to do 1/2 inch on this one. And then the straps, which are a double knit strap, and I'm going to be going up a needle size, because this is a 3.5, let me look. Yep, this is a 3.5, and I'll be going up to a 3.75, because I want it to go faster, because I'm impatient. And I was going to say something else. I don't know what. But I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I do. So on my first one, I cut the 3x3 ribbing off here in inch-ish short. I personally chose to do that because I want it to be a little bit shorter. And I like how it came out. And I wanted to do this one a little bit longer. And so let's line these ends up. I'm going to have them face me because that'll probably be easier. And so, this is like the hardest thing in the world to show, because these are like, actually they're like about the same. No, they're not. I was just holding it wrong. And so I did 1 inch more 3x3 ribbing before I bound off for the back, which is what the pattern called for. I did the pattern amount this time. And again, I like it. It's a crop top. I wear them all the time at home, like when it's summertime. I wear them out. So excited, like, because this was the first garment I made that wasn't a sweater, and it's like a summer knit. Well, it's an all-time knit for me because my room gets very hot very easily, and so if I'm getting hot, I can put this on. It's like something I made to just relax in. I'm so excited. And this one is going to be finished by the weekend. By the end of the weekend, I am going to finish all of the whole top portion today. This little portion. And I don't know how long the straps are going to take, because they took forever on this time, but I was on this one. But I was still like learning and was still very awkward with it, and it didn't go up a needle size for this one, and I'm going up a needle size, and I've already done it, so I'm hoping it'll go a little bit faster. But my goal is to have this done Sunday night. And this, I didn't even mention what this was knit with. This is being knit with Lion Brand Pima Cotton, which is a worsted weight yarn. And this pattern calls for DK, I'm pretty sure. Let me look real quick. Well, no. It says fingering DK or worsted weight yarn. And so, it still works. I did the same stitch count because, like, look at how much this shrank compared to my body. Like, I was going to be fine if it was a little bit wider. And, like, this is still, like, smaller than my body, mainly my boobs. And that, I don't know why this is here still. That is this one, and this is in the color Dragonfly, and it is 100% cotton. When I saw this, I was very surprised because I'm very picky about my cotton yarns. I I don't like the roughness that's usually associated with them. And this is very, very soft. Like, it's not quite as soft as, like, wool, but it's still, like, a very nice yarn. Like, I can touch this and not hate it, and, like, I can work with it and not get tired of the, like, texture and hate it so much. And so I bought 2 balls. This used all of the first ball up until here, used all of the first ball, and then this was all the second. And today I'm going to order 4 more balls of this in 2 separate colors, so 2 balls in 2 separate colors of this to make more, because you can never have too many too many tank top crop top things, in my opinion. And I'll probably be doing pickup, which is why I'm waiting to order them today, because I got the idea, because I cast these stitches off pretty late last night, and that's really when it, like, shrunk for the first time. And I was like, oh my god, okay, so, like, I know this is gonna work because it shrank. And the shipping was $10 from Joann's, and if I can have somebody if I can pick it up tomorrow, I'll just do that instead of spend $10 in shipping and having to wait a million days, And so, I don't know the colors I'm gonna order. Well, I know which ones they are, I just don't know the names of it. I'm gonna be ordering, I think one of them's like a white or a cream. I'm gonna really quickly go to the Joann's website and look. My computer is at such an awkward distance. I know one of them is kind of like this color-ish. This one is called... Oh, the other one I got was Spice, which is like an orangey kind of color. You guys will see it next week. And then the other one is called Rose Top. How do you pronounce it? It's like the picture, it comes up kind of purpley on picture, like on the website. But if it's more pink, I won't care. I won't really care. But those are the 2 colors I'm going to be getting to make these. Again, it'll probably take a little while, because even though right now this is my main project, it most likely won't stay like that forever, because the second I cast on socks, the socks become my main project. And so that's why I didn't cast on any new socks last night, and because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And so, I wanted to really finish this, and I am so happy. And that is my only whip. That was almost in my eyeball. And acquisitions, I bought a pre-order of yarn. I forget who, and I forget the name of it. But you guys will see when it comes here. And then I'm buying the Pima cotton tonight. And that's all for my acquisitions. I talked about this earlier. I did apply to be a test knitter and a test crocheter for 2 things. I hope I get it so much. Even one of them, just because I've never done it before, and I really, really want to. And so, I'm excited and scared. But I don't know what my odds are, but I just hope I get chosen. And I think that is just about all. Pretty sure. Oh, I will be making some stuff for Valentine's Day for my boyfriend. You guys won't get to see it. I'll talk about it, and I'll try to upload pictures in my next podcast episode. I'm so excited. This is the first year I've, like, had a boyfriend for Valentine's Day. And I'm so excited. He gave me my gift yesterday, because we're not going to see each other on Valentine's Day because he has to work. He got me 2 of my favorite types of chips, some chocolates, some chocolate-covered strawberries, and so he's so cute. I'm rambling for my boyfriend. It's like, it's so weird, because this is a personal thing, so if you want to click off, go right ahead. Everything will be linked in the description, my Instagram, my Etsy, all of the patterns and yarns I used. And yeah, so if you guys watched all here, thank you. I'm gonna go ramble about my boyfriend and my love life for a second. So growing up, I never thought I would be the type to have like a high school sweetheart or to really date in high school. I just didn't see myself as that type of person. And like I've been dating my boyfriend for 7.5 months. We actually don't have an eight month anniversary because we started dating June 29th and there's not 29 days in February. So we don't technically have an 8 month, but I think I'll just say it on the 1st of March. And like, if I stay with Parker for the rest of my life, I would be completely like happy. Like, I would be okay with having a high school sweetheart who I like stayed with for the rest of my life, and that's like insane for me to think about. Like, I legit, growing up, I always thought high school probably not gonna happen for me, but I'm gonna like, fall in love in college and that kind of stuff, and then I fall in love in high school. It's so weird. It's so weird to think. Like, I don't think if you told like 13-year-old me, I was 13 and a freshman. Yeah, I was 13 for the beginning of freshman year. If you told like 13, 14-year-old me that I had a high school sweetheart and that I went to homecomings and proms, because I'm going to both proms. I have both my prom dresses and I love them so much. Oh, they're so cute. One of them is black, one of them's red. They're both mermaid, which I never thought I would like, but I do. They're not like big mermaids, so like it's okay, but I love them. Like, if you told 13, 14-year-old me that like this was happening, I would not have believed you at all. I would have just been like, no, like I'm not gonna get a boyfriend. Although in my defense, he doesn't go to my school, and so I was really only thinking about guys at my school then, because I ended up dating somebody who goes to a different school, but like I still wouldn't have believed you that I like had a boyfriend who I spend almost every single day with, that my family loves, that my dog loves my boyfriend more than he loves me. Like, it's so weird in a good way. I'm really happy about it. I love him so much. But that was a little mushy-gushy ramble that I never really do. So, that is all for today, for this podcast episode. I will see you guys in 2